Mic check. Let's see, we all good. I want to appreciate everybody coming out tonight. But y'all know what time it is. Boy, don't we got some tea. We got some tea. Because y'all remember that we need the footage, right, to do anything about anything when it comes to the Kenneka Jenkins case, right? I had went back to one of my live videos when I had the actual footage and I was playing all the videos at one time. Instead of just, you know how y'all, we normally watch the video, something like this. You know, like at one at a time, like we'll watch this video, go over this, be like, well, we know this said 120 Trey Gang. When you said not too out loud, remember that? Then you know how we had to go to this video with like, yeah, Trey Gang, look what be going on in the parking lot at one song. All right. And then once you go back to this report right here, you know what I'm saying? We already read over the report. Then when we go here,
she's trying to
the news right here. Remind y'all.
Video time codes appear to show Kenneka roaming the hotel
for an hour. Check this out. This will be at 124 and this will be at 127. That's 2 minutes. With that alone, if you watching this, when they say Kenneka roaming the hall for an hour, Trey Gang finna debunk that right now because we know this at one song. And we know this at 124. No matter what you see on the screen, you know what I'm saying? Cancel this out. This at 124 to 127. That's 5, 6, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let's get that understood. So we won't get confused, be like, oh, we see her bubbling in the walls and all this. Cancel this. Let's focus on one song. Cause y'all remember when Leonora said, well, look. Before I say anything about Leonora, if you go to French Cave letter, when they said he received a noise complaint, now I know this say at 2 to 2:30. Knock an hour off, it will be 1:30. And I'm gonna prove that in this video to her. Hold up. In this video.
Hey, if you're a gun owner who wants to shoot better, then you're going to need to see this.
Now, do they make a difference when you go back to the other? Because y'all know they took a couple of statements from French Cave. Now you see when they go back to 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock? 124, 127. So, and how can I put this? How can I just really spank some butt? Disclaimer: first use and education purposes only. All rights, image, music clip belong to they respect the owner. You know what I'm talking about? And we don't claim ownership. All right. Check this out, gang. Remember what the news said?
Lee hits the waiter walking on her own. Surveillance video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking with friends at the Crown Plaza Hotel early Saturday morning.
And did they show y'all this at 1 something in the morning? At 1 something in the morning, this what they showed y'all. Boy, this finna get so crunk. Man, I put this on everything. This finna get crazy, gang. Cause I just want y'all to hear this again.
with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own. Surveillance video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking with friends at the Crown Plaza Hotel early Saturday morning.
All right. They gave y'all their image. All right. If you go to this video, at 1 something in the morning, I'm finna play all the videos in real time. Y'all finna look at this case real different because this the whole purpose of this case. When it came to the statement, they said everybody came from another party out west and they all arrived at the hotel at 1 something. That's what the statement said, and we can go over those statements. Everybody at that party said they showed up. They said they all showed up around 1 something. All right? This finna hit different. You got to know this so we can solve this case. Y'all ready for this stuff, bro? Since everybody was arriving at the hotel according to the statements, yeah, we came from another party out west. It was another party out west and we showed up round 1 something. Okay? So, when you go to, matter of fact, let me do it like this. Watch this video. This finna go right around 1 something. Cut the camera off. Now we finna watch the video exactly at 1 something and watch how this finna hit different. Cause if everybody was coming from a party from out west and say, yeah, let's go to the Crown Plaza. Don't you know Prince K got a narrative of what Kenneka being snatched round 1 something too? Now think about that. Don't this finna hit different now? Boy, this finna hit different, and I want everybody that watch this tag me, Teresa, because I want these people to call me out on this one. Watch this. I just want everybody to focus on at 1 o'clock. This is what you finna see on the footage. Check it out, y'all. All right. In the beginning, Miss Teresa said, my daughter came here for a gathering. For a gathering. Not a party, but a gathering. With her friends and left the family out of it. And she said she left the house at 11 some. And it was Irene's birthday party. Hold on. Check this out, y'all. This whole footage finna show you what's going on exactly at 1 something. Cause if everybody read the statements, right? Cause we was like, this is where they had our mind at. Kenneka already in the hotel. This is where they got our mind at right now. in the beginning, Kenneka in the room with everybody at Irene party. And you know what I'm saying? That's when you get the TY live video, cause they distracting you round about this time. So they trying to make it look like that boom when these dudes showed up. Now look what you finna see on the footage. Look what you finna see right at one son, right? So at that time they had us thinking like, ooh, Kenneka in the room. She in there with TY, they in there drugging that girl up, turning the music up, and the whole time Kenneka really not even in that room. She just arrived there. You know what I'm saying? Well, she already been there, but at once upon a time she left or went to the DoubleTree or something like that. You know, she didn't went far. You know what I'm saying? But watch this though. Now look, now you see why I was putting this video together, because I'm like, well look, let me just roll all the times in, because I'm like, well, Kenneka in the room and all this old stuff. So I'm like, well, that's why you don't see these dudes on TY live video or Irene live video. So I was trying to put things together. So I'm like, let me just put all the videos together, let me run it, and let me see why would these dudes would be showing up. You see what I'm saying? They try to make it look like these dudes came in and coming for Kenneka. But the whole time, Kenneka came with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever these dudes came from, Kenneka is with these dudes. Now, this going on one something. Y'all read the text message. We already know what's going on with Lil Renor. We already know Mitchell Reese going to say, yeah, I got to call at 4:34. Then the court paper said you called the hotel at 2 some. Then Trey Gang proving that you was at the hotel with your family member, gang, the Illuminati people, right? So now look, boom. This is why the news said, yeah, Kenneka showed up at the hotel at a 1. They had to agree to that, yeah. See, when it went, look, did you see French K right there on the move? Look. French Cave already on the move, right? This at 1 some. Look on this footage. This finna go on 1. On 1, right? This what you really finna see at 1 some in the morning. All that old news talking about, yeah, Kenneka made it there at 1:13. At 1:13, watch what 1:13 show on this surveillance footage alone. And let's spill some tea on it. Boy, I'm finna start cooking over here, y'all. Look. Check it out. I'm playing the footage in real time. We gotta act like we security, y'all. Just say like, look, we watching old cameras, you know, it could be our first day on the job, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, watch the camera, look, they go Lil Renor at 1 some. Now, since you got, at 1, that's why the news actually Renor, hey, it's a video on Facebook around 1 something. That's dealing with your sister, and she had last contact with you. So boom, you got Lil Renor in the lobby. Check out what's going on in the parking lot. Also, keep your man at the front desk and the back door. You gotta watch all the cameras. Look, that's why King Rob said her sister was there. Lil Renor was there. The mammy was there. Look, check this out. Just look at this. If you look at this van right here, check out the van. Ooh, wee. Cause that van finna come in handy. Right there. Check it out. Keep your eyes on that van and in that parking lot. Now there go the front desk right there. He coming in. Boom. Right? So he already on alert. Boom. Check him out. Uh-oh. On the walkie-talkie. You see how he set it down? So this let you know Trey ain't know what's going on, right? Look, boom, he got the walkie-talkie. Check him out. Something to happen. That's when Kenneka getting up there. Boom, he getting ready. Boom, he getting ready like a John. I just want y'all to see what all I was watching when I had that footage. That's why them YouTubers were like, man, Trey ain't know too much. Cause he actually watching that footage. He ain't skipping over none of this stuff. Look, Since you said he looked nervous, right? Guess what? You want to know why he looked nervous? Won't this show you proof? If you present this to the court, right, and be like, I want to present Exhibit A, evidence that this hotel is tied with these underage kids with the gang, and I found the connection that you could link back ties to the hotel, and you can see the friendship in the organization, and it could lead back to some real like trafficking stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and all of this. So this will let you know that everybody get prepared when Kenneka arrived. This what a hotel would do with these people. Oh, Kenneka her. Look, this what happened. Oh, Kenneka her. Watch this. Watch this. Kenneka is her. And remind y'all, we talking 113 when the news said this. Look. Right here.
The theory that she the freezer, and tonight that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own. Surveillance video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking with friends.
You see how they didn't show you the timestamp? But guess what they show y'all? Oh, Kenneka came in with her friends. Trey ain't finna debunk this. Yeah, let's debunk this and go to this. This at 113. Watch this at 113. Kenneka her. Oh shit, let's go. God damn it, let's go. Watch this. Boy, this finna hit so different. Look, this finna hit different than one song. Cause think about what you see on that footage. Think about that news reporter asked Lenora and said, hey, it's a video going around on Facebook at one something. Do you know anything about that? Yeah, I know about that video. I saw it, and if it was the hotel staff, the police didn't tell us. Keep that in mind at one something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Boy, this finna eat Miss Teresa up and the whole gang now. Cause this finna show you a hotel stat. I don't know how long they been doing this, cause they doing this. Oh, look, here go a staff member right there. That's a staff member. That's a staff member coming in. Now this finna go on 1 o'clock. Now check out look at the flow. Lenora is actually waiting on her sister. That's why she last sent the text to Lenora. You see what I'm saying? And then they was explaining to you about, well, Kenneka was never found with her wallet, her ID, or none of that. Nobody talked about the ID, you know what I'm saying? Social security card, the identification, driving license, you know what I'm saying? Look at the hotel. Now this ain't one something. Now look, he fumbling with the phone. You got the staff coming down Food Court Hall. And he already on the walkie-talkie with the earpiece on. They just show you police involvement right here. Security, plainclothes, walking through, management, you know what I'm saying? This is what I see on the footage. Now you see, that's Lenora all day long, cause Lenora always be sending some nigga lap twerking and all this stuff. And she got the bandana on. She the only one got the bandana on and on the news the next day with the same bandana on. Now you see why he pulling that card out there? Look, watch this. Hold up. Kenneka is her. Kenneka and her brother, her Kenneka. Now think about why those YouTubers put Kenneka and them on blast made us in the beginning with like, oh yeah, they got something to do with it. Look, you see what's going on in the parking lot? All right. They made us think like, yeah, Kenneka knows something, even though they do know something. But this is what we didn't know. She actually came with these people, bro. These were pictures that Kenneka had with some of these dudes, you know what I'm saying, when she was young and stuff. Same picture with these dudes. So, and these dudes is Kenny, her brother friends. Her brother friends. You see what I'm saying? They had her believing like, yeah, they got something to do with their stuff, even though they had something to do with it, but we didn't know she came with her brother and Kenneka. That hit real different. Now that hit different. Y'all just imagine they trailing each other in cars on their way here, or they could been at the Doubletree somewhere else at the Doubletree. Now look at the hotel management. You see how he on the move. Look, Leonora on the move. Boom, he know what's going on. Check it out. Where's Friend's Cave? Now this said one something. Well, it ain't 1 o'clock yet. But look what's going on. That's why they started mentioning the delivery. Now look, you see, come on, bro. Delivery what? Look. All right. Here we go. They finna leave. Boom, boom, boom. They finna leave. Kenneka is in the parking lot. Kenneka and them in the parking lot. He finna take a big gulp of that goddamn water, cause it's finna get serious. You see how boom, Red Jacket snuck in that junk? Did you see Red Jacket? Hold up. You see Red Jacket? There go Red Jacket. Sneaking in. Boom. Finna go down the hall, right? Watch this. He finna come in the parking lot. Kenneka is her. They go Leonora and the friend. Bam, look at the back door. Boom. Guess what? Pluggy brother and them coming in. Check it out. Look what will be going on right up in this area while they coming in. Boom. They finna go to the front desk. Now, look. Bam. That's why I had to stop and pause to keep matching the timestamp up, because he was skipping so much around about this time. I'm like, that damn it, shit is too hard to keep up. So now look, boom. Kenneka in the parking lot, and Kenneka finna come in. Now this what's going on that one song. This what the news don't want to show you the real truth. Right here. Mm-hmm. Sure it is. One song. Keep in mind, everybody with Leonora. Whoa, don't that hit different now? Everybody with Leonora. Boom, Tanasia. So when everybody will earn out Tanasia and them and T.Y., but look, who Tanasia and T.Y. hanging around? Leonora. Everybody. Boy, don't that hit different? All that time they had us like, yeah, T.Y. got something to do with this, him, Peace, Killer. And look, whoa, don't this hit different when Mr. Reason said, yeah, I believe everything Peace and Killer them said and all this. Whoa, and the circle is with Leonora circle. If that hit different, I need all the lights I can get right now. Cause this finna kill the family theory, bro. Don't this hit different? Do this hit different, bro? Oh, Zach TV. I got Peas and Killer interview, T.Y. interview, and I'm gonna release them junks. And guess who they all surrounded, Leonora? Yeah, buddy. Two different. Man, let's keep that Kenneka Jenkins case alive, bro. Hold up. Miss Teresa, that really finna look bad on Leonora. Oh, there goes security back to. You see how security look? You see how security red jacket come and Leonora instantly get her? Whoa, they on curve. How many people in her, gang? Let me see. Hold up. Man, let's push 100 likes right now. Man, let's push 100 likes right now. Cause I can stop this video right now and let's play Leonora video. Let's play Leonora video. Hold up. Do I got it pulled up? Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. I got one on right here.
Because when the manager knocked on the door, whoever it was, Kenneka was one of the persons that went to the door and they say that was the manager. You see this in the video. So she was drunk and she had to come up missing around 3 something, not 2 something. It ain't adding up because we got like 5 more videos.
What? That's why you had to say you got 5 more of the video, cause you the one had videos in your phone and you got the power to compress that timestamp and convince them for, hey man, fuck with this timestamp on this footage. I'm finna show everybody this one day, cause you can't show no timestamp on y'all. Look at how Leonora played it. I can show you cell phone footage without a timestamp and showing y'all knocking at the door when Kenneka was in that room. You got to show a timestamp when she was outside that room. So who gonna win that deal? So who gonna win that argument? Leonora all day long, cause you got millions of people waiting like, yeah, where that footage at? Where that footage at? Leonora got that video and she said, yeah, but she ain't telling y'all what time it was. She was like, that's why she had to come up missing around 3 something instead of 2 something. So your first would state that you said she had to come up missing around 3 something instead of 2 something. Why would you say that? If you wasn't there, and if you don't know what happened to your dog or your Susan, but you said she had to come up missing around 3 something instead of 2 something. Spoke a little too much on them, if you ask me. Cause a real concerned sibling would have been like, man, I'm trying to see when she came up missing. Show me this video, what y'all got on this footage, cause I got this video showing this. You know what I'm saying? When she came up missing, I need that video. But I shouldn't have to say, no, she had to come up missing around 3 something, y'all. And have everybody focus on 3 something? Cause 3 something is 1 something. Watch this. Listen to this.
So what they saying not adding up. They say it was at 320. She was stumbling. They say she was stumbling.
Right.
I don't believe that.
Well,
At the front desk, you're talking about, yeah, in the hallway.
They say she was walking to an employee area and they saw her on the camera stumbling, like holding on to the wall.
Uh-oh. Cause guess what? If they saw Kenneka stumbling into a employee area, it probably when she got beaten up in that parking lot, stumbling in the private area. Not the way that we were looking at it in the beginning of an actress bumping in the hallways and the walls and stuff, you know, to my stumbling, drunken purr. Maybe somebody was beating up Kenneka in that lobby, you know what I'm saying? It's sometime in that lobby. And the punches had her staggering. Oh, yeah. Man, let's get 100 likes, gang. Man, we ain't at 100 likes. All right, watch this. Check this out. Look at this show. They get up instantly when he come in. Security going. Look, the security light went off. Boom. Remind y'all of this lady right here. She was walking with somebody else in the beginning. If you watch that footage. Now look at the security. He got his arm raised up. So they finna leave. Well, boom. Uh-oh, Kenneka is her. She just ain't showing in the lobby yet. Whoa. That's the person that we need to see. That's the person that we need to see on the footage, right? So look. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Cause that's who Kenneka finna meet up with. So you got Lenore went out there, John. Then you got people with Tenacious crew stopping at the front desk, grabbing fake pocket tickets and stuff, covering their ass up at one song. Cause when you go back to Mr. Reese said, yeah, I found the pocket ticket that said 1:36 p.m. Now they were 1:36 a.m. on September the 9th when you was showing up with your daughter and Lenore there. It won't it make sense 1:36 a.m. September the 9th? Lenore there, the brother there, and you tied Mr. Reese to the hotel scene. Don't that make sense? So don't that make sense? Right? I'm gonna repeat it again. I found a hotel pocket ticket and it was at 1:36. Oh shit, I fucked up. This on September 6th, you know. My daughter want her on September 6th, you know what I'm saying? And try to correct herself on that. But won't it match up that she will be showing up with her daughter and her son there and her other daughter there with her best friend, like a family gathering, like she said in the beginning? It's supposed to be celebrating a new job, don't it? Yeah, this video finna hit different now, right? Man, no, this video finna hit different, right? Boy, look at this. The whole time I watched this video so many times we were trying to place it together, like, okay, I see these people in the lot, but the whole time while I was wrong there, they had us believing Kenneka in the room. That's why Lenore said, we got 5 more other videos. She wanted us to believe that the manager and the Kenneka was in the room, the manager came to the door and all of this round 1 and 2 something in the morning. Now you see why we were entertained about that video at 1, 2 in the morning. Cause look what this footage would show at 1 going on 2 in the morning. Family activities with hotel involvement. Man, we need 4 more likes to get to 100, Jack. Y'all remember this man? Look. Uh-oh. Guess what? Man, this finna be my biggest receipt in the game. This why the YouTubers do not like Trey Gang. If you been following Trey Gang, names some YouTubers that came out to Trey Gang and would make a content about Trey Gang every day. Like, it was just so nerve-wracking. Like, what the fuck? These people, why they going against Trey Gang so hard? Remember this van right here? Remind y'all, Miss Teresa there, Kenneth there, Kenneka there, Lenore there, and you got YouTuber with there. Cause guess what time YouTubers finna show up? Watch this. Remember this? know where this van just came from, right? Check this out. Watch that back door. Notice, this was a dead giveaway. That van came from this way and stopped from this way. And guess where this van finna go? If you study Google Map, this van, this the exit here. You got to go out this exit. Why would you go around here? See what I'm talking about? You can't exit. Ain't no exit this way. It's a one way. See what I'm saying? Look who finna come in the back door. Guess who getting dropped off? Watch who finna get dropped off. Look, watch who finna get dropped off. You got to know this thing. Look, cause look, check this out. This is like apartment complex. If you know you got to stop at the gate in the first entrance, you know what I'm saying? And you know, if you guys, come on, bruh. We've been through this. That van alone is a dead giveaway. That motherfucker went down the one way and parked somewhere else. It didn't leave, cause the only exit you got to leave out of here. So that van came from somewhere around here. Boom, drop. Watch this. Look at the back door. 113. When we want to know, when the news said, yeah, that 113, you know, Kenneka gonna show up at the hotel at 113. Look at this. Just check this out. Look at this. Hotel environment, Illuminati. Look, on the wall, look, boom, on the walkie-talkie, everybody finna, boy, they finna bust the move. Boy, this was really going down. Here she comes, she finna come, you know, walkie-talkie communication, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Man, when you think about H&H Homes, think about how H&H Homes were getting away with all those bodies in this hotel. And they never told you about the staff that helped him with doing this stuff. Because they want you to believe, yeah, he just one man and working in the hotel like he ain't had no staff member. Come on, bro. Check this out. Man, Chicago built different. Man, Chicago built different. Look. Now you see, now look, if you think like how FBI think, this how you profile the front desk. Look, check out the front desk, right? Front desk a dead giveaway. Look. Boom. He nervous. He got butterflies. Check it out. Gotta keep up with the timestamps. You gotta write shit down. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep up with this shit. Cause you guess what? A police always gonna document the timestamp. Mm-hmm. All those time when I was studying this footage, I was like, I want to know what he doing. I'm like, man, what he doing? And I'm looking on the footage. I'm like, okay, time pause and different on the footage. So I got to stop this camera to match it up with this camera. And then I'm looking at his movement with the luggage. So I'm thinking Gina McGill. Y'all remember Gina McGill's story when it come to Zach TV? All right, y'all see that lady come in the office, at the front desk? She finna come with the long head dread dude. She finna, I don't even think they really checking in the hotel. I really believe they like, boom, come here. Go to the front door. The front desk and boom, look who's showing up. Boom, ooh, y'all remember when I told y'all that black van? Watch that back door. Who that is? Coming down in the hall. That's why those YouTubers hated me. Whoa, and look who they coming in with. Whoa. So look, when you go to the police statements, Trey ain't finna kill it. One something. When y'all get to the hotel, we got there at one something. Where y'all come from? We came from out west from another party. Who was all in the car? Me, such and such and such and such. Oh, this at one some? Yeah. Smacks. What time you get to the hotel? Oh man, we all arrive at one some. Oh, y'all all arrive at one some? Yup. Me, my homeboys and everything. We parked on the side of the hotel and walked back to the exit in the southwest house. Yeah, we see y'all coming on the footage at one some. Yeah. And next thing you know, Kenneka Jenkins, what time she made it to the hotel? Kenneka Jenkins made it at the hotel at one some. Who she showed up with? Shamaya Monique. Shamaya Monique and them already in the room. That hit different now, don't it? Don't that hit different now? Whoa! And they gave us an image. The news said, hey, look. What that John there? Hold up. Man, what that John there right now? Hold up, let me go to this. Since we talking to one some, Blank stated his shift started September the 8th, Friday, 11 to 7. Remember what Zach Narrative said? Watch this. Blank stated in between the hours of 1 and 2, he is not sure actually what the time, but he stated he received a noise complaint coming from the room at one time. Boy, now you finna see why the news said, hey man, you know about these video living over at one time? So do this hit different at one summer? Don't this sound like everybody got something to hide at one summer? And guess where the security guard will be placing himself at one summer? That's the crazy part about it. You see what the front desk doing? Check this out. Let's read this a little more. He said that one some man, look man, you got 20 to 24-year-olds standing outside, 2 male blacks. They asking if something wrong. He said, hey man, look, we receiving a noise complaint. So what kind of noise complaint that would be going on at one some? At one some. But Living Norris said, hey, we got videos. Kenneka still in the room at one some. Lying like a mother. Like a mother. Cause you in the parking lot. And Kenneka in the parking lot. Your mama in the parking lot. Everybody in the parking lot. Including Smacks. At one some. So, you think the hotel gonna release a video showing the parking lot at one some? You goddamn skip it, they ain't. That's why me Teresa said, show us that footage. And try to make it look like, yeah, y'all see they covered up, cause they ain't trying to release that footage we'll never see, cause y'all at that hotel parking lot at one some. At one some. Watch this. Partly said at one some. Get what he's saying. I asked him, who is the person in charge in the room? And one man said he was, and he stated that he not gonna do the girl. Well, you know what? Let's watch the footage. At one some. I'm finna turn up. Man, I'm finna turn up. Watch this happen. Watch how this finna get different. I might well need to play Zach TV. Dude, you see French Cave? One some. Throwing that jacket on. One some. Oh my God. If that Zillionaire and Chloe will be showing up with these people that's finna be witnessing a murder in the next couple of minutes, well, next few minutes, Chloe, Zillionaire. They go to brother Kenneka them. Whoa! The news said, yeah, around 1:13, Kenneka entered the hotel. Guess what they showed y'all? Monifa now and Shamaya when she came in, right? You just seen who came in at 1:13. Watch that lobby. Dude still waiting. Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. Look at the front desk. Boom. Everybody on cue. Look at the parking lot. Man, y'all straight drop like, yeah, look, anybody that wear khaki pants and the blue dress shirt, they a part of it. Boom, guess where they going? Ooh-wee. Cause guess what? If Kenneka was meeting up with dude, that's why they were, look, don't that make sense? That's why they were like, look, go back. Kenneka finna come in, meeting up with him, and it's finna go down. That I always wanted to know why they would turn right here and go back and he on the phone. Cause this one is finna go down. Whoa! Do you agree? Do you agree now? Do you see it now? Do you see this? They did all of this over a 19-year-old teen female. She got to be special, bro. She got to be super special. That you got 100 motherfuckers on this shit, man. I always wanted to know this when I was watching the footage. This what stood out to me. I'm like, damn, okay, these niggas coming in. So boom, when they come in, what make them niggas turn around? Cause that's not how a nigga behave in the hotel. Nah, let's turn back around. We lost. No, they ain't no. You communicate with somebody there. Boom. So when you turn back around, now I could put out. That's why y'all turn back around. Cause Kenneka finna come in that lobby and y'all don't need to be on the same camera when all this going down at 1:13. At 1:13, now you finna see why the news said, yeah, we got a video living over that said, yeah, you know, did she have last contact with you? Nope. Did you know about video at one something about a murder? Nope. Share this live video. Sure this shit, bro. Man, they just showing you, man, hard work pays off. At one time, bam. Look, he in the lobby. No wonder why Gina McGill and Zach TV were like, look, Zach, the luggage. The people that had the luggage, maybe she was mentioning those luggage to have focused in on this. But look, if you look at the parking lot, front desk, they gonna see everything. Look, watch this car. Boom. Now you know if a car come, man, look at this shit, bro. Hold on. I got to pull Zach TV shit up right now. I got to. Maybe this will hit different if I share this video and listen to the whole goddamn thing. Now, do this hit different?
Listen, tell you to step back.
No, whoa. You said leave the case alone?
Listen, it's deeper than what we think.
Yes or no? Leave the case alone.
Leave it alone.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna take your advice.
Leave it alone for your safety.
Wow.
Leave it alone.
Okay. Okay.
Now ask yourself this: why you think Gina McGill say leave it alone, Zach? Zach, you got interviews with rappers and stuff. You been doing interviews. This how you built your career, just interviewing rappers. And your work's gonna lead up back to Kenneka Jenkins case, cause now you can't say you don't know these people. Cause Zach tried to come off with like, yeah, he don't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying, like the West Side, and he just trying to solve the case, of which is that he really covering up a case, cause all the rappers that you interviewing is related to the Martin family. If you look how big the Martin family, the Jenkins family is in Chicago, these people in politics, they not just in gangs, bruh. Man, if Kenneka Jenkins is in the grave right now, I bet she turning over and screaming "Paya" like Trey Gang, please work for me. It's too much evidence that's family involved in this, bruh, and everybody worships in the family. I never stop. Cause check this out. Do this look like Zach got everything to even just say you could believe Zach was there, or you could believe, I don't think Zach was there. I just believe they just paid Zach some money and was like, look, help us with that narrative, bro, and put it out there. Since, you know what I'm saying, you got a younger crowd, everybody in the rap game, and you know what I'm saying, we need you, Zach, and boom, boom, boom. We'll give you some money. And I say Zach probably didn't know everything. I look at Zach like this here. Zach agreed, to put it like this here. Zach agreed with the hotel, I'ma help y'all cover it up, and he didn't have the full knowledge of what's really going on. He didn't have the full knowledge of what's going on. Just say he knew the mama was in it, the sister was in it, and he know this was spook him. This was a dead giveaway. Cause don't you know this whole conversation is about 1 something in the morning? This was this whole conversation about 1 something in the morning. And Zach said, I got that footage. And you don't think Zach knew who everybody was on that footage? He from Chicago. He gonna know, bruh. We don't. You don't think he spot King Rob on that footage and was like, damn. And King Rob turned up on it. Yeah, nigga, if you think about snitching on me, I'm gonna put you at that hotel. Now they finna run game on each other, bro. And Zach was like, man, I look at Zach like this. Zach like, man, I should have never released those videos. He had doubts. I put it like that. Hold up, why did? I want everybody to hit that share button when Leonora got something high they want some. Kenneka coming in the lobby, want some with family, friends. Miss Teresa got a pocket ticket in the car saying 1:36 p.m. But we're going to say 1:36 a.m. on the 9th and not the 6th. So now you got Miss Teresa, Leonora, her sons there with gang them. And they connected to the hotel. Cause Miss Teresa was like, yeah, we always throw parties at hotels and all this. I've been doing this since they were kids. Hit that share button. And when I hit that share button, Leonora said, we got videos that's pertaining to one something. She was still in the room. Now you see why Leonora want us to believe that she would be in the room. Cause if you believe she was still in the room, you just protect Lenora lie and boom, boom, boom. She already at the hotel, and look, the bitch already at the hotel in the parking lot that we need to see. Yeah. I just want everybody to understand when they watch that video, cause y'all got to realize it's a lot of people that be watching other YouTubers and other not influencers and all of this, and you know they narrative, and you know that's what they gonna believe. You know what I'm saying? It's different on this channel, bro. Boy, it's different on this channel. Share this video. That's why Zach was acting and Gina McGill was talking like that around one song and was like, the luggage, Zach, the luggage, just say they know that's Kenneka that came in that lobby and you got the whole family on footage. On the footage. Man, you got the whole family on footage. How can you get the family out of that shit? Bro, the family is on footage. And Zach knew it. Gina knew it. That's why Miss Teresa had to fell out with Zach. Cause don't you know this interview? That's why Zach had to go on other people's channels and say, hey.
You I ain't gonna lie, you fucking scaring me. I ain't scared of shit, but you scaring me.
But I'm saying, Zach, is deeper than what we think it is. And they want us to step back. That's why the police, the FBI, none of them has stepped in. Because they're connected. And when you have money, you can do anything you want to do.
So what you gotta, hey, listen, for somebody that's saying, oh, this is some bullshit, this isn't real, what do you got to say to people that don't believe this is true?
Oh. I would just say open your eyes and stay prayerful. I'm serious. Open your eyes and stay prayerful. Watch over your children, your family members. Watch over them.
Okay, so you saying do not, so I should never talk about the case again? Don't
Don't even go into it because they're watching you. You have an account. You have an account that they're watching you.
And the sad part about it, Kenneka is on that footage in the lobby. That's the scary part about it. You got the family on the footage arriving with Kenneka, with YouTubers. And they all said in the statement, we arrived at one song. Listen to Zach and Gina McGill. It's a problem now. How can we get out of this, man? We got the whole family on the footage at one song. Lenora know this. Lenora had to step her game up and say, whoa, she wasn't in no lobby at no 320 drunk stagger. I don't believe that. At 320, but you said she came up missing at 320. Hold on. Let's look at this again. 320.
Because when the manager knocked on the door, whoever it was, Kenneka was one of the persons that went to the door and they say that was a manager. You see this in the video. So she was drunk and she had to come up missing around 3-something, not 2-something. It ain't.
Cause she know the footage gonna show Kenneka in the lobby going on 3-something, but this at 1-something, right? So if you do the math, like, that's why she want us to believe she was still in the room at 1-something. But they don't want you to believe, see the setup just happened before that. They're gonna link her back to 1-something. That's why the news said, yeah, you got a video. Mm-hmm. So now look, that's why she tried to correct it. She had to come up mixing around 3. So guess what she finna say?
And up, 'cause we got like 5 more videos. So what they saying not adding up. They say it was at 320. She was thumbing. They say she was thumbing. Right. I don't believe that.
But you just said she came up missing around 3-something in the hotel scene when she was in the lobby 3-something stagger, and you don't want to believe that? You won't believe it neither. If your real sister was in that lobby, you know your sister wasn't drunk and staggering. Hi y'all, I got to spank Leonore because she got a booty job done, and I'm glad she got a booty job done because Trey ain't finna spank all cheeks. Oh man, god damn it. She got a booty job, y'all. That cheek, got y'all seen the cheeks lately? Boy, them John swole. When my hand hit them John, y'all. She need to get some implants in those, them goddamn it, them chins and the cheekbones so I can slap them hoes too. Oh, you know what I'm about? Fuck you talking about? Yeah, man, that motherfucker got a booty job, man. Mitch Teresa got new titties now. You know, she got some double D's or some shit. You know what I'm about? They gonna get smacked. Oh, bitch, you know what I'm talking about? When I smack them hoes gonna swell up to some triple T's, you know what I'm talking about? But y'all see the game, though. Look at the game, though. Look at the game, though, bruh. Look. What the video showed. Look at what the sister said. You got Leonora all day long. In the red.
Because when the manager knocked on the door, whoever it was, Kenneka was one of the persons that went to the door and they say that was a manager. You see this in the video. So she was drunk and she had to come up missing around 3-something, not 2-something.
Okay.
And it adding up because we got like 5 more videos. So what they saying not adding up. They say it was at 320. She was thumbing. They say she was thumbing. Right. I don't believe that.
Well, at the front desk you're talking about, yeah. In the hallway.
Okay. And once
Like I said, if you look into Joel Comer, you'll stop.
okay. So okay, I'm gonna fall back from the case, ma'am. You know, I haven't been posting anything on Facebook because for some reason I'm blocked from Facebook. So
I'm blocking everybody. They blocked me.
Oh, hold up, you're blocked.
They've been blocking me for comments.
Wow.
That's why I said. And every time I put something in, I'm getting a threat.
What?
I need to shut up. I'm getting a threat. Well, those that are coming and telling and getting the information out there, I would say, those that are getting the information out there and getting it right, they're blocking you.
So is that why I was blocked off Facebook?
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me this, and you say you will not go to the cops, correct?
I'm not going.
So, okay, cause are you from Chicago?
No, I'm not.
You don't want to give out your city and state, do you?
No.
Okay.
'Cause if they want to trace you, they're gonna trace you, regardless. They're gonna trace you.
Wow. Okay.
I don't have any accounts. I don't have Facebook. I don't have any of those Twitters. None of that stuff. None of that.
Okay. Wow. So you basically saying this is deeper than what we know, and we should all fall back.
Step back.
Step back. Don't talk about it no more.
Don't do it.
Okay. I don't know. At first, I thought this was some bullshit. Like, who the fuck is calling my phone? This is my business phone too, and I'm like, who calling? And then you saying a lot of shit that kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, is kind of shaking me up. Like, step back. Somebody else, a lot of people told me fall back from this case, finish fucking with rappers and shit, you know? But now you saying people watching me, they watching everybody. Everybody is.
See, you got Snapchat and you have your Twitter account.
Right.
The person, Joel Comer, COMM, he's the owner.
He's the owner of this social media site?
Yes.
So is that the guy that's in it, hold up. In the video, it's the coroner and it's the young guy and he put something in his jacket. Who is that guy?
The coroner is related to the hotel manager.
What? This shit getting...
With an award, he's getting an award from one of the companies that harvest bodies in Chicago.
Wow. Hey, can I ask you, what's your name again, ma'am?
Tom.
Why you think she said the corner would be there? Just pay attention to the footage. Zach always told, man, y'all ain't really paying attention to that footage. Now you finna see why she telling Zach. Remember she mentioned the luggage? Watch the front there. It's going down. She in the parking lot. Watch what he finna do on the computer. Look, I ain't got to say no more. Why y'all?
Tanya, I'm gonna say this. I received literally probably like 7 to 8 other anonymous phone calls with people threatening me and saying, leave this fucking case alone, you nigger. This have nothing to do with you. You're putting your nose in other people's business. And now and everybody's been calling private except one number. It was a number that I couldn't call back. You know, it was like a 15 digit number telling me shut the fuck up, never to release the footage that I have, never to talk about it, so I don't even post about it. But now you know what I'm saying, you're shaking me up. I think that everybody just giving me warnings to just drop it, you know?
Yes.
Wow.
Zach, for your safety, I would say yes, step back, baby.
Okay.
Step back.
Okay.
Because if the mama really wants to find out what's up with her baby, I would be out there fighting to find out what happened to my child.
Tell me this. I got one more.
You look at her. And you look at how she's smiling. Hey, Live. It gets on my last nerve. Hey, Live. I can't stand it. It's all about her. She's not thinking about that baby.
I got one more question. How are you getting threats if your account is disabled?
Phone numbers, you can trace phone numbers.
So you were getting threats through your phone?
Yes.
Wow.
So you could honestly say That's why Jenny McGill and said Miss Reese don't give a care about her daughter, cause Zach knows she was there. Jenny McGill know Miss Reese was there. We just don't see her on the footage at that time. You see what I'm saying? And that's why Zach will be nervous, cause Jenny McGill like, look, Zach, the 36-hour footage is out. You can go back to that footage, Zach. Whatever you got going on is gonna come back on all of us. Cause it's gonna take at least one person and figure out just the time alone. And Zach, if one person figured that time out alone, if somebody in the world read the statements, police reports, all the shenanigans that the police put out there, and you telling me not to release the video of Irene? Don't release the video and all of this stuff. The reason why I'm telling you this, Zach, cause this gonna look bad on all of us once the public figure out. That's why they on the move on the surveillance footage. You got the front desk. Everybody was like, look, he tampered in with the footage. And we was blind on the timestamp. So it would make sense why he would be on that footage and watching that parking lots. That parking lot footage. Going down, family members, busting the lick, the hotel finna benefit off this, organ harvesting. The real key player is staying off the footage. Once you go to this footage, elevator footage, when you roll all the footage together, look what's finna happen here. The truth don't need no help. Cause remind y'all, Prince K said he got a noise complaint around 1 and 2 o'clock. That's the biggest receipt in the game. Cause you be like, yeah, Trey Gang, I almost forgot about that. Prince K said he got on the elevator, cause this when they supposed to be snatching Kenneka in the elevators. He went up, but he ran into some dudes. And you got a other YouTuber at the front desk, and you got the front desk watching. He got it pulled up right here. Parking lot footage. Parking lot footage. I watched this 36-hour video so many times. I'm like, damn. There go Prince K. Oh, did he grab the radio? Look, did he grab the radio? So look. Long story short, watch this, y'all. Let's go to where that John at? I need to go to right here. If you see him grab the walkie-talkie, watch how Trey Gang finna use their own reports and show you why he got that walkie-talkie. Cause we know what happened to Kenneka at one song. He said he bumped into dudes on the elevator, and guess why he finna show up? Now this between 1 and 2. Keep this in mind, Kenneka showed up at 1:13. Everybody showing up at 1:13, and boom. And remind y'all the text message to her sister 1:20. I'm ready to go, and she already. And then Mr. Rita talking about got a pocket ticket at 1:36. And then look what he would be doing with the walkie-talkie. This the reason why he would be showing up, cause he said around 1. He not sure what the time, but he received a noise complaint. You know what I'm saying? When he got off on the elevator and approached the room, there were two male blessed. He said, look, y'all in the hallway, and you know what I'm saying, there's something wrong, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see this? And then look, once you go to her, it was 10 to 15 people in the room at 1 some in the morning. Now y'all know who in the room. You see the footage, right? That's why you saw everybody leave. Tanasia, the Sus, you know what I'm talking? Oh! Look, check this out. Not 2 hours later, but he said, look, just say a couple of minutes. Put it like this here. Don't this show you Prince K will be in the room when all of this will be going down? And then if you read this statement, when they did a follow-up, watch this. Hold up. Here go Prince K other statement, right? Watch this, y'all. Right here you go. This still at 1 and 1:30. Trey ain't so cold. Watch how I'm a mastermind when it come to numbers. I asked. He said he received a call of a noise complaint stated between 1 and 1:30. He received a noise complaint over the radio from the front desk. That's all I want to show, a receipt right there. Ain't that a receipt? Oh, if Trey Gang said, look, this at 1 to 1:30, and he said he got a radio call. What time that footage show? Pow! In the door. What? You got to like and share this shit right now, gang. Got to. Look, in the door. So this show you right at 1 some. So all that shit Lyra Nora talking about, they got 5 more videos at 1 some. She had to come up missing around 3 some. So now you see the game. Yeah, man, they ain't finna let these hood rats, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying, like they really know something. Man, you see it? Look. You see it? Now, do y'all see this? Now y'all see what's going on in the parking lot. When Miss Teresa said, man, you know, show me the real footage. Show me what happened to my daughter in the parking lot. And she already know these people not gonna show the parking lot. They'll show this parking lot. Cause it ain't just really gonna just show too much, but it'll show what will lead up to that at one time. That's why Miss Teresa pressed the issue. Cause we were blinded and we were like, yeah, Miss Teresa, they got everything to hide, but everything they had to hide was on her end too. Hold up. Now this is actually at one time. So when you go back to the court paper, won't the court paper will make sense when Miss Teresa will be in contact with security at 2:30? Or was it at 1:30? If you go back to the lawsuit, and if you look at it, be like, okay, look, all right. Miss Teresa was calling at that hotel, but she said, talking about she got the call at 4:34. But when the court papers came out, no, Miss Teresa, you got caught up in the lack of, they said you already knew what was going on at 2:30. So we need to tie you back to 2:30. Trey ain't tied you back to 1:30 on the 911 call with the pocket ticket, 1:36 p.m. And we see what happened before 1:36 a.m. on the 9th. And then this shit's still going and it's still popping. And since we talking about one something, when Miss Teresa get the pocket ticket, ain't that's when these bastards showed up? But notice you don't see Zillionaire and Chloe on this footage, but they came in with the YouTuber, but they leave without the YouTuber, and they right at the door when Kenneka finna what? No more excuses. No more excuses. Now you know why the front desk panicking? Cause I always wanted to know. I'm like, damn, front desk panicking. Why? He panicking. And I don't know nothing about the case at that time. I'm just trying to figure things out. Well, since I figured things out, that's a perfect time to be patient, right? Cause what's going on in the parking lot? Right? That's simple. Now I know why you pace. Now I understand when Fred K was like, yeah, they be on the phones too, looking at the footage. I see why he on the phone. And while he doing all of that on the phone, look at Miss Teresa in the family member role. At once something, everybody got to cover up at once, so living over like, I got 5 more with the video. Nothing to see at one some. We need to focus on that 3-some. And 3-some is 1-some. Since she said she had to come up missing around 3-some instead of 2-some, let's focus on the footage then. See this? Watch that back door. Cause don't you know what's the most important part of this footage? Look at him. Ooh, he crying. He about to cry. And guess what time this is? This before a text message released to Kenneka's phone, the dick little. So if you look at this, be like, why would he would be doing this then? When you match the time, come on, bro. This easy work, Floyd Mayweather. Man, they ain't finna Floyd Mayweather some shit. Man, they ain't finna break this Philly shell. Cause I got offense and defense. Every punch you try to throw at me, I'm counter punching. My footwork is like a butterfly. Like Muhammad Ali said, you know, I flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee, Trey game. Yeah. And body blow some shit. There you go, Lena. Love. Check this out. Do this make sense? If you match this timestamp up with Kenneka phone, cause we know at 1:58, the D look little. If this at 1:48, 10 minutes before that text, what this would look like on the front desk end if he ain't watching video camera or the pool area. Cause keep this in mind, you gotta know what French Cave at this point, right? You know what I'm saying? When French Cave at this point, we, and they got statements of this shit, right? Dude, they got statements of this shit. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Man, right here. Man, y'all, I got the letter and the same ops that breaking it down is on the footage that arrived when Miss Teresa arrived. Ain't that crazy? Oh. Everybody know this a op, but this finna seal the deal, be like, God damn it, Trey Gang. That's why stay on your ass. Anything they finna come cook is what I just showed y'all. What time they will be showing up with me, Teresa. Now that's a body blow. Boy, that's a body blow right there. That body blow so strong right now, I'm finna wake these YouTubers up with that body blow. Mm-hmm. Nobody come figured it out, like, why they doing this shit like this?
2 o'clock, because it's not until 2 o'clock that we see, oh boy, even doing, so he's switching shit up as he's talking.
On the 9th floor, because we were watching the monitor inside the office, behind the front desk with Rizzo, who that is, the general manager.
Now, mind you, Briscoe works Saturday.
Prime example, did you hear that narrative that I said? Now look.
Morning.
Behind the front desk with Rizzo, who that is, the general manager.
Now, mind you, Briscoe.
Now look. Look how I had the information right, but I had certain things wrong. That's where they could. That's where they try to debunk me on. They try to debunk me on that because they like, damn, he knows some shit, but he don't know everything. So let's debunk him on everything that he got wrong, but everything he got right. You know what I'm talking about? Because now since we know what that footage show, when it come to this what I should have been showing. Booyah! Payao gang. This what I should have been showing. This what I should have been showing when I first grabbed that letter, bruh. I knew the time was off. The YouTubers knew, like, damn, Trey ain't know the time's off, but he ain't figured it out yet. But the narrative never changed. Trey ain't narrative never changed. Like, look, y'all, look at that footage. Now, keep this in mind. Time still matter. Keep all time stamps, you know, and look how it all paid off. Bruh, I just put the biggest video together at one sum. If you want to see what's happening on Kenneka phone at one sum and look at the hotel reaction. Look. Watch this. This shit hit different. Miss Teresa up there. The brothers up there. Boom. That's why they going. And then look, this how you know at that back door, cause I never forget when King Rob, when they were going live and stuff, King Rob was saying, man, she was getting beat by the flower bed around by this time. This is why she got all that dirt on her. And these stupid goddamn bouncers done beat that girl up in the flower bed and dumped her in the pool, and they reserved the dirt. That's why the dirt, you know what I'm saying, stuck on the jeans. You know what I'm saying? That's why this ain't like if you like if you cutting grass, you know what I'm saying, and you got a lot of grass on your now leg, you know, you could blow that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Blow that shit off, pat your leg. But if you get wet, all that grass and that dirt sticking, now you got a stain. That's why she still had a stain. But guess what though? Whoa! This look, that's where the pool came involved. When the pool came involved, this what King Rob said. He said, look, when everybody was at the back door, I never forget this story. He said, look, they gonna be posted up, cause he want everybody to believe this was an ATM and everybody was getting money at the ATM after the hit. And in reality, this is not an ATM. It was what was going on at that back door right here when the murder was taking place. See what I'm saying? When the murder was taking place, right? That's why everybody was at that back door, because it was basically just a block. This area right here, because that's why they got the lights off. You know, at a hotel, at any hotel or restaurant or a business area, you supposed to have lights on back here, because this hotel gets safety or custom assume safety, right? You know what I'm saying? Everything supposed to be lit up, right? Hold on, look at this shit. This the parking lot. Parking lot footage, bruh. Back door. Look what he doing. Now you see why he had to wipe down shit? Cause guess what? If I had that footage right, like I had it in the beginning when I had it, I would tell you, look, you wanna know why he wiping down that computer screen and the phones? Cause the time skip at the front desk. And I'm like, why would the time skip at the front desk at this moment? I never knew, like, why would the time, because when the time skip, because he went back to the back office. If you watch the front desk going to be going back and forth to the back office. And now, since I know now, I'm like, damn, at some point in time, either Risco, somebody from the back office came up there and contact them on the phone round about this time. Somebody contact, look, they gonna be your look. He got to wipe everything down. Cause whoever was with Kenneka must still have blood on their hands for him to wipe it down. And if you think I'm lying, let's watch footage. That's all. Let's watch footage. Study with me. Watch with me. Learn with me. Cause man, this shit didn't come easy. I had to learn by myself on this stuff, and I'm like, this how social media works now. Look. I said the front desk time skip. And I'm like, damn. It would make sense why he would be wiping it down at this point. Cause now this at what time? 1:50. Hold up. 1:51. Look at what's in the parking lot. Everybody know the pool area is the entrance at this point. Keep this in mind. That's why I got this pause. You'll understand this later. check this out. Look. Look. Front desk. Front desk. Remember what Living Nerve said? We got, oh, ooh, you see what's going on in the parking lot? Shit. Whoa. Hold up. Look, wait a minute. Let me reverse the video. If you was security guard working that night, right? This say we security guard working that night and we don't know what's going on and this our first day. You don't think this is suspicious at this point in time? Watch this. Check this out. Look. Man, this shit finna go down. Look. Front desk, look. He getting nervous. Why he drinking a big ass cup of water? Look what's going on in the parking lot. Boom! Boy, why they riding that fast? That's too fast. That's too fast for me. Hold on, wait a minute. I supposed to get up at my seat. Like, hold on, y'all see that car? Goddamn it, what the fuck going on? Hold on, let me do it again. Watch the whole. You don't think the front desk knew what finna happen, what was going on in that parking lot? Then you look at that parking lot foot. Watch that car. Watch that car. Zoom. Ooh, look. Check out front desk. Bam. I see why he pacing. Whoa. Oh shit. Oh shit! This what you see at 1 going on 2 o'clock. Booyah! I'm so glad I watched that footage because I'm like, damn, boom. Now I understand the lobby situation. Cause that's where that car went to. That's why everybody going to that car. Booyah! Look at this shit. That's why I match everything up. Look, this what I see at once. So I'm dealing with the family. On the foot, that's why Mr. Reese said, where that parking lot footage is. Where that parking lot footage is. That's why Mr. Reese mentioned it. Cause she know they ain't gonna show all the parking lot footage. You see what I'm saying? But the parking lot footage they gonna do got to show. You got to bump the time up on that jump so you won't understand why you will be singing this type of shit. What time this was? Payal. Go to Kenneka phone. What time this was? And you got motherfuckers running. Trey ain't always told y'all they running in the parking lot. Shit. That's why I say y'all need to tag me to Teresa now. You got receipts. Bro, you got receipts, bro. You got a receipt so strong, you could be like, I'm finna share this shit to Miss Teresa, and I know she ain't gonna respond, and if the bitch do respond, man, it's over with. It's over with. We know the truth now. You know what I'm talking about? We know the truth now. Mm-hmm. That's why you quiet. That's why you quiet. That's why you played us. Talking about getting us on your side. Show us that parking lot footage like, yeah, Black Power, bitch. I knew the hotel had something to do with it in your daughter's death. And yeah, I told y'all. And next thing you know, bitch, you in the parking lot. I want to know where they running to. Cause at this point, guess who had Kenneka phone at this point? Ooh, wee. Cause at this point, guess who had Kenneka phone at this point? Yeah. Man, you see so strong. Man, you could just sit back and just look at this image right here, right now. Yup. 1/5. I remember the text messages. And I remember when Irene said I last saw her at Tucson. Now, not one time I seen Shamaya on this footage. So that means Shamaya and Monifa and them was still in the room with Monifa at the time when everything was going down. I see why they try to put it off on Monifa and stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay, Miss Teresa. You using these little ass, young ass girls. They were never best friend with Kenneka. They were just some young girls. They was looking up to Kenneka and her best friend them, and these little girls was at once upon a time little runaways or like to hang around your family member, but they were just, oh, I see, yeah. I see it now. That's why King Rob like, yeah, they running the whole house over there, cause they were all little hot little girls at that Miss Teresa house. It's just the female Miss Teresa and them got these little girls out there on that street like that, bro. Yeah. Look at this image. Look. This image alone will show you Miss Teresa, the Martin family, the Jenkins family. You got to answer to this. Oh, they got to answer to this. Ain't no more silent mode. No, you got to answer to this. The public want to know, right? Since the public want to know, Shirley live right now. Y'all, let's make this shit go real. Get some views on this shit. Don't Miss Teresa got to respond to this? She got to respond. She got to respond to the truth, right? Mm-hmm. She got to respond to this. What do this look like? When the lawyer said family and friends was at the hotel when Kenneka was reporting minutes after finna play this shit. Got me fucked up. Man, you got me. Watch this, y'all. Hold up.
The facts and circumstances regarding Kenneka's death are not entirely clear. That's primarily because there have been no adequate answers given for why or how Kenneka
Oh, my bad, gang. I had my microphone muted. I'm so muted. My bad, gang. Check this out. I had my microphone muted and I'm over here spilling 5 tea over here. Let me do it again. Let me reignite. Look what that footage show. Front desk panicking. Family members on the footage. People running in the lobby. Cars speeding in the parking lot. Right? The lawyer gonna say, yeah, when Kenneka came up missing, the family was notified minutes. Meaning that if they notified the family that she was missing minutes, that means everybody was there, including Miss Reese, right? Trey Gang proved it. Trey Gang proved it. Trey Gang proved it. Even the lawyer said, this $1 million lawyer. You mean to tell me Trey Gang never went to Harvard? I ain't never went to no mother Yale's. I ain't never been no detective, went to school for none of this, but common sense and let me know, like, man, look, I know you lied about something and whatever you lying about, it don't take no degree to figure this shit out. It don't take no degree. Cause once you get exposed on your lie, Mr. Reason finna get exposed on her lie. So it would make sense when you said, yeah, the family was there. You told the world the family was there. When she came up missing and Trey Gang told and showed the world, look at that footage. When Kenneka showed up, she showed up with her family. She showed up with her family. Her brothers waiting on, her sister waiting on her. Mr. Reese in the parking lot at 1:36 a.m. on the night. Best friend is upstairs in French K saying, I'm upstairs too, smoking and drinking with him. Let's listen to $1 million lawyer, because if you make $1 million off telling a lie, I might well just become a lawyer and get some racks by telling the truth and expose the bastards.
Was not identified or found wandering in the Crown Plaza Hotel on the early morning hours of September 9th. Why and how, although video surveillance cameras clearly indicate that Kenneka was wandering into an area under construction that had a operating walk-in freezer and cooler, and why and how, in spite of the fact that Kenneka's family and friends were at the hotel from the moment she disappeared until the moment her body was found, almost a full day later, more than a full day later, why this tragedy unfolded. Kenneka, as you know, came to the hotel as a guest in the early morning hours of September the 9th.
What time?
She apparently was intoxicated and wandered from the room and wandered throughout the hotel. Video surveillance at the hotel clearly shows Kenneka wandering throughout the hotel. At approximately 3:30, and I'm not being exact, video surveillance shows her entering.
3:30 is at 1:30. We saw the footage, right? Watch this, what he finna say. Watch this. Check it out. Look, look.
A kitchen area that's under construction.
Look. Y'all heard what that man said? That's why the man said, look, at 1:30, she gonna be in the kitchen. At 1:30, she gonna be in that private area getting assaulted and family members gonna be there with staff members in a private area that led to that caddy shack right there, you know what I'm talking about? Do y'all peeping the game of this $1 million law? Look, here go the video. Oh, look. Do this make sense? That's why you got the news accent. Living over. What about that chick? Said she was Kenneka friend and all of this. Whoa. Boy, look at this. Don't you know how big this shit is right now? You know how big this shit right now? Look at the time. Trey ain't never told y'all. Look, bro, Trey ain't never told y'all, man, look, man, this ain't nothing to watch. None of this. Don't believe no what you heard. Everything what them other YouTubers said. Trey ain't told y'all, man, look, time is very important, bro. It's very important. And I didn't even know to knock 2 hours off this. Cause when I watching the footage, I could be still in spirits mode, be wanting to know why she in her, why he pacing. You know what I'm saying? Miss Teresa talking about a pocket ticket. And I'm looking at all this footage still confused, like, damn, well, I know that's when Kenneka actually missed it, cause I'm thinking she'll come out the room and that's when the hotel loon her. And I'm like, well, how would nobody will see her and you got everybody else roaming? It never made sense to me. It never made sense to me. Even when Friends K gave me the letter, bro, I should have picked up on the lies that he gave me, and they all covering up at one something. That's who you see on the footage at one something. Family, friend, it makes sense why a million motherfucking lawyer. I never went to Harvard. Trey Gang ain't never been to a goddamn yeah, I graduated from Penn State. I got my bachelor degree and my PhD here, you know what I'm saying? And my much worse. No, man, I'm from the hood. When you tell me a lie, and if I find out what you lying about, that's finna expose your whole game. $1 million lawyer, you got Trey Gang debunk you right now.
That's the Murray Brothers Caddyshack restaurant that's now been open since that time. That kitchen, the door was unsecured. The walk-in freezer and refrigerator were obviously unlocked. And at some point, Kenneka walked into the freezer. The door closed behind her, and over a period of hours, she froze.
Y'all listen to that? As he say that, just think about Kenneka met up with dude and going back there, and that's why Mr. Rich sued the hotel, because they were like, damn, when you took her back there, everything was unsecured at that point. This is like you got a dog you got a guard dog in the yard, and you just leave the gate open and tell a person to walk back there, you know what I'm talking about? And this thing, you know, you set somebody up and had that person walk back there, open gate, and there was a word of with the dog, and you can make it look like an accident, but it's a whole time it was a setup, and you can sue the person, be like, well, you didn't have your gate secured, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, this person had to, you see that, bro? These folks use laws to sacrifice hermits, bro. Look how he sound like.
Froze to death. What's very concerning is that we have evidence.
Evidence of what?
That
what?
At some point.
What?
Because she was clearly on video surveillance.
Okay.
At some point that somebody secured the doors to the kitchen area.
Secured?
And to the freezer compartment where she died.
All right, now since he said it's video evidence when she walked in and somebody secured the freezer and she was locked in, who you see on the footage? Family. at one song. Right? Play this shit. Now let me skip this to the next part.
Take of a lot of press that we can. We have the police report. We have what they've described to us as the video, and the most revealing place in the video is that we see.
We still talking about one song was you said they got somebody evidence to secure her in the freezer. Where was the family at?
Kenneka entering this kitchen that it was under construction at 3:30. We know that the
1:30.
Crown Plaza and the security company knew that she was missing at that very time, that they were reporting to the family that they were doing their best to find her.
They were reporting to the family. Hi, y'all. That's my biggest receipt in the game. So then he just admit that family was gonna be there, and Trey Gang did the little deep and go back and use their own paperwork. Yeah, family was there too, y'all. Yeah, look, wait a minute. Look what he doing on the phone. Look. This at 154.
All they had to do was look on the video, and they would see that Kenneka was wandering the hotel, and they would see that she had wandered into the kitchen. There is no explanation that we've received at this time why Crown Plaza, why the security company, and why the Caddyshack Murray Brothers restaurant didn't do anything for nearly a day and a half, and that her body supposedly lay there until it was allegedly discovered, I believe, at about 12:30 a.m. the next day. And by the way, that
12:30 a.m. the next day, you heard his story. If he said, if she walked in this freezer at 1:30, at some point at 1:30, look. Man, I need to go get me let me let him run his mouth.
then her body stayed there for nearly 5 hours while the family waited to find out what had happened.
So from 1:30, assault was happening in the parking lot and ended up in the pool. That would be at one song. But on surveillance footage, actually at 3:30, that's when they will be place her in the footage. That means you got 2 hours to clean the crime scene from the pool, to get everybody on surveillance footage, to cooperate, you know what I'm saying, to move the body. That's where you get the surveillance, the narrative. She walked in the freezer at 3:30. Cause if you match 1:30 and put that 2 hour theory, like, oh, okay, yeah. So that's why they said she walked in the freezer at 3:30, and that's why he keeps saying the family was notified minutes after she was missing. So they scratched 2 hours out of one song. They scratched 2 hours out of that and was like, well, yeah, you know, man. So that's why he said when he go back to say the family was notified minutes after Kenneka was missing.
Happened to Kenneka. So we expect to get all that information during this pretrial discovery process. The complaint's been filed. The defendants have an opportunity now to answer the complaint, and we will get in due time a full incident reports filed by these defendants plus their insurance companies. We'll get the videotape. They say they've given it to us, but We want to make sure we have all of it. We will get all of their reports, and we'll be able to take the testimony of the security guards and all the Crown Plaza employees so that we fully understand why this tragedy occurred and how it can be prevented. What's most concerning about this?
Watch this game. Big receipt in the game. Sure. When he said, this the most concerning other foot after all that shit that he just said. Watch this. Listen.
Case right now from our perspective is the Crown Plaza knew immediately, not many hours later, immediately. She was reported by her friends and then her family, and her family was there at the Crown Plaza on at least 3 occasions.
Woo! That's all I just want him to say out his mouth. Cause since he said that out his mouth, look what this shit look like. Whoa! 157? Going on 2 o'clock? You got the news asking about this shit? Family and friends. Now watch how I put this together. So look, when I was putting it together, I was like, look, how I could tie the police in on this, because I remember what the police said. Don't that make sense why the police would be there? Remember? I got my shit, man. My microphone, I done knocked the cord out of the socket. My bad, gang. But the video's still playing though. Hold on, I was talking on this, John. But this what I was saying. Don't that make sense when the lawyer said we got video evidence how she would end up in the freezer and who secured it? And you seen everything that happened on the footage, and you got Risco, Lenny, this lady, and all of this will be on the scene. Look, the lawyer said this out his own mouth. This the crazy part about it. Check this out. This crazy right here. You got Bigfoot. If you see Risco, he controlled the camera. Lenny had the walkie-talkie and they were communicating with Gang now. This lady was supposed to be a manager over housekeeping, but she actually the assistant general manager. Risco wasn't even the general manager. They done switched these people titles up, bro. Hold on, y'all. Cause I had my microphone had came loose, and I was talking, and man, I'm looking at the chat. Everybody like Trey Gang, you remember them? Like, damn, I'm fucking up now. You know what I'm talking about? But let's turn up, gang. Let's turn up. Cause listen to this.
What's most concerning about this case right now, from our perspective, is the Crown Plaza knew immediately, not many hours later, immediately, she was reported by her friends, and then her family, and her family was there at the Crown Plaza on at least 3 occasions, camping out, to the point where the Crown Plaza called the police on the family.
Camping out? That's a kind of odd statement to maybe like they camping. We know what camping means.
Because the family was so concerned about Kenneka's whereabouts. Why, under these circumstances, when Kenneka is clearly visible on security cameras, walking into an area where she was eventually found?
So when they say they got video evidence of her walking in the... Don't think about what the news says she walking towards the freezer. Think about what Trey Gang showed y'all she left out that lobby with dude and walking towards the kitchen area towards a fucking freezer they try to lock her in. Now they hit real different, don't it? Don't you think? Don't they hit different? Please tell me, you know what I'm about. I'm trying to hype this Kenneka Jenkins case right back up, bro. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to hype this Kenneka shit right back up. Hold up, listen to this shit.
Later frozen to death. What happened at this point? That's a mystery that will unfold during the processes. It'll generally take several years to resolve this case, and I appreciate it. If you've got any questions, I'll be free to answer them. And
now listen to all the questions they finna ask. Oh, y'all remember this? With Bigfoot? With Bigfoot? That's why I added this shit in there. She got the same outfit on when she made this. So, ooh, man, please, y'all, goddamn, y'all got me so turned up right now. I swear, man, I feel like a sissy in a dick factory right now. Cause everything I said, I was hitting it on the money. Just imagine, man, you don't know nothing about the Kenneka Jenkins case, but you just look at all small details like, damn, what's up? Why Mr. Reese talking to this lady like this here? Like this.
This is her phone. This is her phone. You feel me? And I'm finna play it in slow motion so y'all can see what the kitchen looked like. She really showed y'all the kitchen, what it looked like, but she didn't do it intentionally. Hold on, let me Let me see, can I get some of this brightness down, goddamn. Hold up, it's too bright. I'm gonna try to dim it out a little bit. Damn, when I don't, look, goddamn it, when I do need some light, I can't find them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying, man? Man, this shit crazy them up.
Hold on, I got to find the other John. Hold on, matter of fact, I can do it like this here. Look.
And double freezer. Walked in the freezer, closed the door behind herself, and just froze to death.
Right.
So, you know, I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I said, so she couldn't get out? He said, no, she couldn't get out. Because once you locked in, you locked in.
Right. But he doesn't know what you know about freezers at that time.
Exactly.
Right.
Did you go into the actual freezer that your daughter was in? Did you like try to see what your like the theory?
That's why the lawyer said the family was there. They know how she got in the freezer and the evidence of this. That's why you listen to her report. That's why they asked Mr. Reason, you saw that freezer? Whoa! Now you see the question. Look how Leonora. Look. Now you see how Leonora got her head down. We used to always be like, look at Leonora. Leonora got her head down. She got to know something. She got to know something. Trey ain't just approved. Look what I showed y'all on that footage. If you guilty of this, you will have your head down too. How many of y'all got kids and you know your kids so well, and when they get quiet and you know what I'm saying, and you come in there with like, man, look how the fuck my vase get broken. The first one that had their head down, guilty. Did you guilty? That's how I'm trying to have Miss Teresa head. Bitch, you finna bow down this big ass dome right here, cause I know you Illuminati. Look at that motherfucking head gang. Shit. Probably with a stone tablet there in that motherfucker. Like, yeah, they got the tablet. They got the whole Noah Ark boat in the goddamn dome. You see how fat her head is, you know what I'm saying? Watch this, y'all. Look.
How you get out of it if you're in that particular freezer?
Okay, well, I'll tell you like this. We wasn't never to actually go inside their freezer, but they had both of the doors open. I asked them when I first went back there.
Let me rephrase this. I'm finna stop talking. I want everybody's mindset to be set like this. So you remember when the lawyer said they got video evidence of how Kenneka will be stumbling into a freezer, and they got evidence that somebody, as soon as Kenneka walked in the freezer, somebody locked the freezer and locked her inside there. And the lawyer turned around and said the family will be there too. Think about this. If Kenneka walked in that freezer with family went there and the fight broke out and all this, when they put her in the freezer, you got the family there, video just gonna show staff there locking her in the freezer and all of this old shit. So don't you think that Miss Teresa questioning would hit different? Yeah, I just want to see how her body would land. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause look, you told me she couldn't make it out these doors. Well, I know, cause it's a big relation on these doors. When you said you put her in there, how she made it outside in that parking lot? You know what I'm talking about? Look.
So you saying it's a double freezer? He said yes, but on our way back there, if you can see in the video, I'm pointing my finger. I'm looking for cameras. I'm looking for cameras. That's my purpose, because you can't tell me this happened with no camera around, you know. And every time I point, I see a camera. Except when we go by the freezer, that's like blocked off, which it was a camera above that freezer. And
just like the lawyer said.
I'm sorry, please.
Just like the lawyer said. She placed herself there at the crime scene. She placed herself at the crime scene. I want everybody to look at this interview different when you got $1 million lawyer said this here. Hold on. The family was there. The friend was there. When Kenneka came up missing, they was the first one notified. Go back to the parking lot. Where Kenneka gonna be headed? Caddyshack. Since you're gonna head to the Caddyshack, she head to the Caddyshack. Family member there. Boom, boom, boom. Something happened in the Caddyshack. She fought her way out the freezer. And when she fought her way out the freezer, she made it back in the parking lot. When she made it back in the parking lot, the closest area that she gonna be putting up as the fight is by the pool area. It makes sense to make duplicated keys to get her in the pool area, because the pool area wasn't part of the plan. It was to get her to the Caddyshack, but she fought her way out that motherfucker. She fought her way out, man. And she was by the pool area. She didn't head to the car garage. She didn't head to the security booth. This lady was heading back to the lobby, if you ask me. And that's how the pool came into play. Because they had to subdue that girl, bring her in the pool, and that's when it went down. And once it went down in the pool, you got to bring her back to the Caddyshack. Because that was the original plan to say she frozen solid. If you planned this shit for months. So do you see what I'm saying here? That's why they had to bring her back to the crime scene. That's why they had to bring her back to the crime scene. So when the lawyer said the family was there and at the time that all this would be happening with Kenneka, do this here different now. When you got the man saying this. Hold on, what a man hold on, what a man Damn, what a man Hold on, y'all. Thought I had Miss Teresa. Hold on. Hold on, y'all.
At the meeting, the sergeant said they had numerous of murders.
Why is this? Now watch how this sound like when Trey Gang said Miss Teresa gonna be there at one some. Y'all remember when I told y'all when Zach was talking to Jenny McGill, it was about one some, showing you Kenneka in the lobby at one some. Do Miss Teresa narrative which pull her at the crime scene and want something on this interview? And then this was explain, oh damn, that's the whole purpose of this interview then. Is that one song to keep the narrative going about her 5 videos. Let's hype everybody up. Lenny, look, hype everybody up right now. All my moms, hype everybody up right now, because I want everybody to feel, man, these people know what they talking about. I want all the new people that subscribe from this channel and all the other people that following JFK, you know, that on this channel. I want them to feel this shit, girl. Boy, they finna feel this shit. They finna feel this shit. Watch this. Do this sound like Miss Teresa at the hotel at one song?
I know something wasn't right. Right.
Watch this.
You know, after that story, you obviously went to the hotel and began the search for your daughter. And the hotel at first.
You went to the hotel and searched for your daughter. What the lawyer said? Ooh-wee. Can we get Miss Teresa to respond to this? Hold on.
This is when Kenneka is clearly visible on security cameras, walking into an area where she was eventually found later frozen to death. What happened at this point? That's a mystery that will unfold during the process. It'll generally take several years to resolve this case.
What's the receipt,
I appreciate
though?
it. If you've got any questions, I'll be...
Hold up.
Crown Plaza and the security company. And the most revealing place in the video is that we see Kenneka entering this kitchen that was under construction at 3:30.
Wasn't as cooperative, correct?
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
I know something wasn't right.
Right. So, you know, after that story, you obviously went to the hotel and began the search for your daughter. And the hotel at first wasn't as cooperative, correct?
No, they wasn't.
Crown Plaza and the security company knew that she was missing at that very time, that they were reporting to the family that they were doing their best to find her.
Wasn't.
For your daughter. And after that story, you obviously went to the hotel and began the search for your daughter.
They to the family that they were doing their best to find her, that they were reporting to the family that they were doing their best to find her, that they were reporting to the family that they were doing their best to find her.
I knew something wasn't right.
Right. So, you know, after that story, you obviously went to the hotel and began the search for your daughter. And the hotel at first wasn't as cooperative, correct?
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
Payo! What? You heard what the lawyer said? And you heard what the reporter asked Miss Teresa. Them bitches were down. And when they tried to lock her in the freezer. So yeah, let's get on Miss Teresa's case. Be like, yeah, what that lawyer mean that y'all was already there when she was trying to enter the freezer and something went wrong and made it out that freezer and y'all tried to get her back in there, and that's why you, Miss Teresa, on the news and trying to say, look, you said she couldn't make it out this freezer. It's a big glow in the dark button right here. How my daughter made it out the freezer? Miss Teresa said, how did my daughter made it out of here? That wasn't part of the plan. Kenneka at some point made it out the freezer. And it was a release button on that jump, right? It was a release button on that jump. Kenneka made it outside. That's how it ended up in the pool area. That's how it ended up in the pool area, bro. That's how it ended up in the pool area. Listen to the questioning. Bruh, if you listen to what this lawyer said, put 2 and 2 together. In 54 keys will put 2 and 2 together. You see Miss Teresa's face? Look at this same expression in one song if you got Kenneka in the lobby and one some made it in the parking lot, one some headed toward the caddy shack, one some and peeped the setup in the caddy shack, one some fought her way out of caddy shack at one some, made it to the parking lot again at one some, headed to the pool area at one some, trying to make it to the lobby where she first started from at one some, caught her at the pool and brought her in the pool at one some. What? And then when they got her in the pool at one some, going on two some, next thing you know, shit. Hour later, three some, they put her back in the freezer. And that's why you got the police already there taking picture of her in the freezer at 3 something. And Kenneka Watch showed the timestamp. God is good. That's why Miss Teresa got the face expression on her face. Cause if everybody come together right now, this would a sellout look like. I don't want to cry right now. You know what I'm saying? And it just said that this what family members do. All of this was at one something, and they had to cover it up at one something. Everything what they had to cover up at one some, they had to show you at 3 some. This how she got in that freezer. Cause the whole plan was to get her in the freezer, and Kenneka put up a fight and made it in the parking lot, and it exposed the family. And that's why the hotel had to come clean with surveillance footage. With surveillance footage and show you everybody at the back door. They had to expose the staff member pacing at the front desk. All of this just because Kenneka put up a fight. If she never put up a fight, they would have never been heard on the radio station, on the news station, and trying to explain what happened to Kenneka. Cause they supposed to been a cover up from the beginning. All because Kenneka put up a fight. That's why I'm still her. Cause if they were my daughter, she would put up a fight. That means, goddamn it, when y'all say, how did Irene get a black eye? And Miss Teresa got a black eye, remember, Kenneka put up a motherfucking fight. And that's why King Rob exposed those bastards. They had us thinking that they handlers beat their ass. No, Kenneka whoop her mammy and she whoop Irene.
From when me speaking with her friends when in the hotel.
That's why she said in Jedediah video, that wasn't me fighting my dog on the live video. If you want me to spill some more tea and dig real deeper in this shit, let's get Miss Teresa involved in this. And I want her to hear out the horse's mouth. I worked so hard for this moment. I did so much investigation at this moment. I got to call these bastards out. And I bet you they ain't fucking with me. Whole time Miss Teresa got a black eye. Irene got a black eye. Everybody noticed that. Who the fuck Kenneka will be fighting with? At what time? And let this sink in. That's why you needed a lawyer, you bitch.
All they had to do was look on the video, and they would see that Kenneka was wandering the hotel, and they would see that she had wandered into the kitchen. There is no explanation that we've received at this time why Crown Plaza, why the security company, and why the Caddyshack Murray Brothers restaurant didn't do anything.
That's what assault happened at. That's what assault happened at. Y'all don't think it will be a fight break out before somebody trying to place her in the freezer? If Kenneka didn't drink no more, you can't say nobody drug her drink unless you want to fabricate that story. Here's a mammy that's connected with the best friend and saw money opportunity and agreed, I'm gonna put my baby on life insurance because y'all finna set her up and all this shit. Yeah. I know how Chicago work that. Y'all listen to how mama sound. They set her daughter up. And while she was on the news or the radio station, look at her mindset. I got to go along with this narrative. It hurts me to go along with this narrative. Cause in the near future, like Zach and Jenny McGill had that conversation about the luggage, the people in Kenneka mobbed in that lobby and lead it up to the kitchen area where a murder finna happen in the parking lot. Then you finna see family members on the footage. Then guess what? Then when you watch that parking lot footage, you finna see the cars. Now you finna understand like, damn, they must have had Kenneka body at some point in time coming out that pool area. The one that makes sense that you lure somebody in the kitchen. They say you want to set Trey Gang up like a mob style. Bring them to my private area where everybody dining at. We eating, you know, I'm talking about pasta, the steaks and all of this old shit. And they think, you know, like, hey, Trey Gang, you want to say, come to the buffet area. And then I get to the buffet area and everything, you know, I'm like, damn, this has got to be a hit. You know what I'm saying? Let me get up out this motherfucker. And they notice like, damn, Trey Gang peep out the game. He trying to get up out this motherfucker. And they think, you know, Trey Gang was like, man, look, I'm gonna get up out this motherfucker. And they think, you know, I make it into the parking lot. Now I'm swinging, I'm fighting. Bam, bam, I'm trying to fight security. Motherfucker that invite me to the party, I'm trying to buzz them up. I'm like, damn, this is a hit now. I gotta survive now. Next thing you know, I made it all the way up to the pool area, right? You know what I'm saying? For a motherfucker get the best of me. Bam! I'm falling up, bam, they beat me up, bam. Next thing you know, I get a knockout blow, boom, I'm unconscious. You know what I'm saying? I'm unconscious. And next thing you know, they like, man, you got to hide the body, put them in the pool area. And next thing you know, I'm in the pool area now, because you know, you got streets, you got traffic on the street, you know what I'm saying? Man, you got the public, the street, riding, you know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing you want to see a mother be like, what the fuck? It's a fight going on. You don't want nobody to stop me like that. It's a fight. And they think no Trey ain't no country. Like, bam, this mother knocked me out, secured on my ass. And they think, you know, I put up a fight and I'm in the pool area. I'm knocked out. Now I'm useless. I'm useless. The whole setup will get me in the freezer to make it look like the accident, but I put up a fight and it ended up in the pool area. So what they had to do is to get me back to the same area in the pool area for the setup they had in the beginning. Do that make sense? Do that make sense to me? Talk to me in the chat, y'all. Talk to me in the chat. Do that make sense? You ain't got to agree with me. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't agree with me, let me know. Yeah, I agree with you. Give me your opinion, though. If you agree with me, talk your shit. Would it make sense? Like, man, we got to get him back in the kitchen. What we originate to set him up and to make it look like the accident. Because maybe the setup was get her to the private area, drug her up, and make her look like, damn, you know, since we in the private area, it's a ballroom, and she was looking for her to go take a pee or something, a cool off in the freezer just right there, and she just wander in that motherfucker, nobody didn't see her. But if you put up a fight made outside the parking lot, that means you got to cover up parking lot footage. That's why Mitch Teresa said, yeah, show us that parking lot footage. But if you look at Mitch Teresa questioning, check this out. All I just want to know, do this hit different now? If Mitch Teresa was knowing what was going on at one time, and she was there at the hotel with family members, she know what happened to her daughter in the lobby, the parking lot, and the pool, and go back towards the kitchen. You know what timestamp this is going to show. So when she on the radio station, you mean to tell me you can't look at it and be like, damn, that's why this broad her asking you the question. It was just all the cover up for you and the family. Look.
I'm sorry. The friends
Watch
said it to
this.
me.
Check this out. I bet you the family ain't finna come to trade game. I'm finna. Man, I'm so mad right now. I'd do anything for Kenneka Jenkins case right now. Thumb me up if y'all want me to get on me Teresa ass, and I'ma harass her, bro. I'm finna harass her with receipts, not just like no hate speech or nothing. With receipts. I don't do nothing with receipt. Without receipt, bro. What do this sound like?
107.5 GCI, the size number one for hip hop and R&B. Good morning to you, Chicago. It's Kyle, Kendra G, Leon Rogers. And we have a guest here this morning, man. This is kind of a very important interview today. We want to introduce and we want to bring on the show today Kenneka Jenkins' mother, Miss Teresa Martin. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We know you're going through a difficult time, a tough time, and there's a lot of emotions and feelings and just a lot that you're dealing with at the moment. So up front, we just want to say thank you for taking the time to come and join us and speak with us today.
Thank you all for having me.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
So for those who, I'm assuming everyone in Chicago knows the story of Kenneka Jenkins by now, but Kyle, just a little backstory. The 19-year-old girl who was found frozen in a freezer in the Rosemont Crown Plaza Hotel.
That's right.
So let's start there. Let's start the night that you got the phone call about your daughter.
Okay. I received a phone call 4:34 in the morning from her friend stating to me that my daughter's missing. They can't find her. So I asked them, could they take their time, just have a little patience at first to see if they can find her. In the background, I hear one of the other friends stating, she tired of waiting. She tired of this, getting a little rowdy. So I asked them to calm down and just bring my car to me.
Because your daughter because they were at the hotel for a party, and your daughter was the driver of the night.
Yes, my daughter was the driver of the night.
They had her keys at this moment.
They had her keys. And they never mentioned that they had a phone until after I got off the phone with one friend. I called her phone just to hear other friend state to me that I have a phone too. So I asked them, I said, y'all, wait, hold on. You have my car keys and her cell phone? I knew something wasn't right.
Right. So, you know, after that story, you obviously went to the hotel and began the search for your daughter. And the hotel at first wasn't as cooperative, correct?
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
From when me speaking with their friends, when the hotel, the friends stated to me that they was looking for, because I asked them, you know, to continuously look for it first.
Right.
And she said that they was making them leave. The hotel was, you know.
They were trying to kick him out.
Yes, they were going to kick him out that night.
And
because
this is like about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, before.
Right.
Yeah.
So when the lawyer said Miss Teresa and them and the family would be up there minutes after Kenneka came up missing, listen to what Miss Teresa just said. I just want to establish that before I press the play button. And that's the same thing the lawyer said, that the family gonna be there minutes when Kenneka came up missing, and they were notified. They were notified. But guess what? Leonora got 5 videos trying to explain what was going on in one song. That's why she got her head down in one song. But everything is in one song. Yeah, I had my head down in one song. That's why the member gonna have to explain what was going on in one song, cause you ain't gonna see her on the footage, but you will see this bitch on the footage. Hi, y'all. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep this shit rolling.
Yes. Yeah. They was going to kick him out. They leave and call the police on them. Correct.
And the police there. That's why the police gonna be there. What? So you listen to the answer. That's why, the police was saying they were gonna kick him out and all this. It was a set up jam. It was a jam, bro. Jam.
Now, why were they threatening to do that? Just because they were being too rowdy, making too much noise?
No, because they stated to me that they told them that my daughter was missing. They can't.
Don't that sound like at one song when Friends K got the noise complaint at one song, and they were talking about he reported to the room at one song, and don't Miss Teresa narrative fit Friends K narrative at one song by the noise complaint? Shit. Man, we finna turn up. Do this sound like this? They got another complaint at one time. Hold on. What time they get another? Don't it sound like what first came gave the police? Shit. Me up and Miss Teresa will put herself there at the same time of the noise complaint at 1 something in the morning. That's all I want to know. That's all I'm trying to prove. Did Miss Teresa put herself there at 1 something in the morning, like the lawyer said? The family was notified at 1 something in the morning. We see what time Kenneka actually showed up at 1 something in the morning, and that's why you see this bitch blew up after the Kenneka Jenkins case. Kendra G. Oh yeah. Come on now. Let's beat the Illuminatis at their own game, cause I know secrets. That's all I want to know. Everything what the lawyer said, the family gonna be there. Miss Teresa said what?
Oh, before.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
They was gonna. They was making them leave. The hotel was.
When?
They were trying to kick him out.
Yes, they were going to kick him out that night.
This is like about 4 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, before.
Right.
Yeah.
Before 4 o'clock in the morning. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know. Before 4 o'clock in the morning. So how would you know they finna kick him out at before 4 o'clock in the morning? Listen to Irene said, yeah, I last saw her at 2 something.
Oh, you said last saw her at Tucson. Think about what this bitch said. The daughter said, she had to come missing around 3-something instead of 2-something. So now you finna see all the confusion there. But you know what's going on? This was going on right here. Look.
Yes. Yeah. They was gonna kick them out if they leave and call the police on them to arrest them.
Now, why were they threatening to do that? Just because they were being too rowdy, making too much noise?
No, because they stated to me that they told them that my daughter was missing. They can't find her.
Oh, so you will be at the hotel. Check this out. Do this sound like if Kenneka made it into their kitchen and put up a fight and got out of there and made it to the pool area? I see why y'all couldn't find her if she escaped. I see why this interview went like that. How she made it out that freezer then?
And they felt like that was reason to kick everybody out?
Yes, obviously.
When was the friends that called you? When was their last time that they saw your daughter Kenneka alive? What's their last reaction and interaction with Kenneka?
Well, they stated to me it was because I asked them when was.
It was at Tucson. When they last saw her alive at Tucson. She, bitch.
How long she been missing? And they said it was 2 hours before they called me. I asked them why didn't they call me before.
Once they get a phone number, they can tap you in to whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying. It's we're on this computer thing. They're hooked in to you. They know exactly what you're doing, where you at, where you going.
Okay.
Just that exact.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Enough said. I'm done with the case. I'm done with the case. You don't have to worry about me posting shit on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat about the Kenneka Jenkins case.
For nearly a day and a half, and that her body supposedly lay there until it was allegedly discovered, I believe, at about 12:30 a.m. the next day. And by the way, then
they said because one of the friends didn't want me to know that my daughter was missing. The one that left my house with Kenneka.
Right. Now, but did they say how she broke from the group? Like, how did she break away from the group?
Right.
Okay. It was like.
Gang, gang. You heard what she said? How she break away from the group? Think about one something, gang. How she break away from the group? What's about to come out Miss Teresa mouth right now? This got to seal the deal. Miss Teresa lied so hard, I can't do nothing but go ham on that lady, cause I got the truth now. If you wasn't there with Miss Teresa and your lawyer said this, we done dig in deep search. Listen to what she came out your mouth and said how she broke away from the group.
Like two different stories. First, that day that she came, she came up missing, they stated that they left her in the front lobby, which is on.
Same thing what the lawyer said. Same thing that what we saw on the footage. What? At 1 some in the morning. First thing she said, left in the lobby.
in the lobby, bro. Oh, in the lobby. Guess what we saw in the lobby? But if you listen to the question, what the lady said, how she broke away from the group.
Okay. It was like with Kenneka.
Right. Nah, but did they say how she broke from the group? Like, how did she break?
So what group? She broke from her family group. And that's who she came in with? Her family. Her brothers, her cousins, and her cousin friends and gangs. That's how she broke from the group, and she showed up at one son, right? Shit, man, them folk had our mind totally fucked up when it came to the time, bro. That's a good ass question. How she broke away from the group? Living no right, had my head down too.
How long she been missing? And
See what I'm saying? In the beginning, if in the beginning, the way Mr. Reese screwed our mind up, when that lady asked her how she broke away from the group, the last thing we're gonna think about is Monifa carrying her out the room, her and Shemaya, and leaving her in the hallway. When they come to a fucking lie, and we trying to make sense of that shit, like, well, if she brought her out the room, why they had to carry her out the room? And just, if they had to carry her out the room, it wouldn't make no sense just to leave her in the hallway and go back in the room for the keys and the phone. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make no sense. But it would make a whole lot of sense if everybody came from the west side, from a family gathering, cause Kenneka wanted to celebrate a new job. Maybe Kenneka was celebrating her new job at another hotel, which there was the DoubleTree, and dipped out for a moment to meet up with dudes. See it. I sure appreciate those lights, y'all. I appreciate the lights, gang, cause we all on the same shit. We on the same shit. Man, we on the same shit. Karma is real, ain't it? Karma is real, ain't it? Hold up. As a matter of fact, let me just play Miss Teresa whole video of this interview. All I just want to know how you feel about her interview now. Since what we know now, drop it in the chat while this bitch talking.
Said it was 2 hours before they called me. I asked them why didn't they call me before. They said because one of the friends didn't want me to know that my daughter was missing. The one that left my house with Kenneka.
Right. Now, but did they say how she broke from the group? Like, how did she break away from the group?
Right.
Okay, it was like two different stories. First, that day that she came, she came up missing, they stated that they left her in the front lobby, which is on my 911 call.
Okay.
Because that's what they told me. Then later on that day, in the afternoon, headed towards the evening, they stated to me they left her upstairs by the room door. So
they changed where they saw her last.
Yes.
But isn't there a point, if I recall correctly, when they released the videotapes, there was a point where she got out the elevator, but somebody was in the elevator? Am I recalling that wrong?
Those were, I think, the allegations of people saying that they were in the elevator. Because there's been so many conspiracy theories when it comes to what happened with your daughter, Kenneka.
So we didn't see anybody in the elevator with her?
No, not in the videos, not that I saw. Did you guys see anything different? No, we didn't see anything with that. No.
Okay.
But again, so many conspiracy theories were being thrown out there. So now, okay, so you're at the hotel, you find her. So when do they actually, from when you get to the hotel, when does the hotel finally find your daughter in the freezer?
don't forget that she gonna be up there at the hotel minutes after they report her missing. Do not forget that when the lawyer said the family was up there minutes when she reported missing. And you heard what the lady asked her, the radio lady asked her? What she asked her? This is what she asked her.
To the hotel. You're at the hotel, you find her. So when do they actually, from when you get to the hotel,
right?
When does the hotel finally find your daughter in the freezer?
Well, once I arrive,
right?
they finally found her after the third time us coming in, me and my family coming up to the hotel, begging for help from the hotel, pleading with them, and also Rosemont Police Department.
So it was like hours. Like, was it like 36 hours?
Yes, it was like 36 hours.
I have a question about why, if somebody says that their daughter is missing in their hotel, why wouldn't they be willing to help? Did they give you a reason as to we're not concerned, she'll just show up, she's probably okay, and they just blew it off? Did they have a reason for why they're not willing to help at that point?
Well, they stated to me that, basically it wasn't their concern, the hotel, Crown Plaza, and manager at the time. That's a police matter.
Oh, it's a police matter.
And the police probably say a person has to be missing for 48 hours in order for you to file an official report.
24.
24 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's more than 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did they finally go look through the tapes to realize, okay, she really was at this hotel? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay, when my daughter went up there.
Your other daughter?
Yes, my other daughter, Lenore.
Okay.
When she went up to the hotel, when I came, after me returning back home, she headed out the door as I was coming in, her and two of her friends. And when they got up to the hotel, they asked, the person at the front desk if they can look on the cameras and see once again, if they see, if Kenneka was there.
Right.
And they stated to her also as well that it was a police matter. So she calls 911 as well. And the police suggested that and told her that he couldn't leave and come up to the hotel to meet her. She would have to come down to the police station. Once she came, got to the police station and made the report, the missing person report, the only reason that Crown Plaza Police Department came back up to the hotel, not because of my daughter was missing, not because of the missing person report, was because Lenore forgot to put her signature on the missing person report paper.
Right.
So
this is the Rosemont Police.
Yes,
correct?
the Rosemont Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
So once he got there, and he had called and asked her where was she. She stated that she's back up at the hotel. She's telling the person at the front desk at the hotel that now she has a missing person report number. She stated, could they look at the cameras, and they still denied her, to see if her sister was missing. She asked the Rosemont police officer, if he can give her a copy of the police report. He stated to her it'll take all day, he can't give her a copy. So she asked him, could she have the number to the missing person report. So upon his arrival, Lenore asked him, could you please look at the cameras, the security cameras, to see if they see Kenneka. Right. And he finally agreed he would. He went into the security office, from my understanding.
And this is the officer that we're talking about right now?
Yes, the officer that made out the missing person report.
Okay.
Lenore stated to me that he went in there like 5 minutes, came back out, and stated that on the first missing person report, that he searched front and back, and he did not see Kenneka entering or exiting the building.
So that means she wasn't there, according to them?
According to them, she wasn't there.
Okay. So who found Kenneka in the freezer? And did they find her just by accident, or did they find her because they were looking at the videos?
Okay, well, when we was there, the Rosemont Police Department stated that they're the ones that found Kenneka. But with me looking at the news and reading in the paid newspapers, An employee found her. So that's a good question. I really wouldn't.
So you don't know who?
You're not for sure.
I'm not for sure.
Right.
But you actually, they brought you to see Kenneka while she was in the freezer.
After being denied at first, because I asked them, and I went online on Facebook because I needed help. I was looking for help, and I started timing myself basically to let them know, just in case if something like this come up, they couldn't say that I wasn't, conscious enough.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like out of my mind or whatever.
Right.
And I stated, because I had made a post on Facebook before that, when I was in search of Kenneka, that I needed help. If somebody see my daughter, to inform me. And after I made this live video, I re-entered the hotel, and I asked them, how was she laying? The head detective, how was she laying? He stated she was laying on her side, and I said, was she laying? How was her legs? Was they curved? Curved? Like in a fetal position? Yes. He said no, they were straight. I said okay. Next question: can I see my daughter? How she died? How she laid in the freezer? As I wanted to see her. He said the detective stated yes. An hour or two went past, give or take. The sergeant come in with a very rude attitude. No, you cannot see her. It's against our procedures, our policy. You can't see her. So I asked him, with the card that the leading detective gave me, is it possible that he can write his name on the back of the card? He stated yes. After he stated yes, I said, and as well as your badge number. And I hear him whisper to the detective, badge number. So then he said, as everybody getting ready to round up to go, he said, you know what, hold on, I'm gonna speak with the coroners and see what they can do. So here we go, hours later, 5 hours, maybe a little bit more, but rounding it off, 5 hours later, they come to me and states, only I could come see her. Me, I'm allowed, and I could bring one more other person with me. That's when they allowed me. They walked us back there. They said, wait, this is a crime scene. You are not allowed to take any photos. You can't touch, and don't touch anything. And they watched us as if we was there. Like we was involved in it. It seemed like the crime scene was on us, not what went on with my daughter.
Right. So you see your daughter in the freezer. Now, to bring up to date.
No, I'm sorry. No, at this time, they had removed her from the freezer. I asked them. Yes, they removed her from the freezer. When they removed her from the freezer, by the time we came 5 hours or plus later, later, rounding it off, Kenneka was laying on a stretcher in a white body bag already.
So you never saw her?
I never saw her. I never saw her. They stated as well that there was no signs of foul play.
Right.
Like it was just a normal look.
That's what they said.
No signs of sexual harassment or anything.
Right. So do you believe differently?
From seeing the pictures, yes, I believe different.
Because the pictures came out. Before that, though, the video came out. So when we saw the video of her trying to find her way throughout the hotel, what did you think about the videos?
That she was wandering in the hotel and she needed help. And, she had a hotel, a 5-star hotel.
Right.
I know it was surveillance. Just like on each floor, they might not have cameras all through the hotel, but entering and exiting the elevator, there are cameras.
But it is her on the camera because, like I said, so many conspiracy theories. Some people said that's not even her on the video. You do believe it was your daughter on the video?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe they're saying that in one part of the video when she's walking towards the refrigerator, that's her last time being shown on videotape? So do you believe she could have just literally walked in there and got locked into the freezer, and what they're saying to be true is she got locked into the freezer and she died because of the coldness? Do you think that could be true?
Well, see, we wouldn't even be sitting here today to guess it. It was the camera. As we went in there, if you could look at the video, me and my daughter, which is some of the parts what we did, as we went in there, I'm looking at my daughter, and I looked in her face. She had a disgusted look on her face. That's an angry look, or somebody agitating her, this type of look. So I'm looking. And then I asked them, I said, can I see the freezer? Because I work in the cafeteria. So you can't tell me that she walked in this freezer and couldn't get out, you know, because of our freezers. And not only that, me working within the CPS, you know, cafeterias, you know, before, every freezer has a release button or some type of handle where you can't get locked in this freezer unless you've been locked on the outside. You know, you get locked in from the outside.
Which would have taken, obviously, somebody else to do purposely.
Right.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what you're saying.
Yes.
There's no way she could lock herself in by herself.
Exactly. So once entering, and I see the freezer, then the leading detective stated to me, she just walked in the freezer. This is before I told him I worked within the cafeteria.
Right.
She walked in the freezer, and when she walked in the freezer, she walked in. He never mentioned it was a double freezer. Walked in the freezer, closed the door behind herself, and just froze to death.
Right.
So, you know, I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I said, so she couldn't get out? He said, no, she couldn't get out. Because once you locked in, you locked in.
Right. But he doesn't know what you know about freezers at that time.
Exactly.
Right.
Did you go into the actual freezer that your daughter was in? Did you like try to see what your like the theory, how you can get out of it if you're in that particular freezer?
Okay, well, I'll tell you like this. We wasn't never to actually go inside their freezer, but they had both of the doors open. I asked them when I first went back there, so you're saying it's a double freezer? He said, yes, but on our way back there, if you can see in the video, I'm pointing my finger. I'm looking for cameras. I'm looking for cameras because that's my purpose, because you can't tell me this happened with no camera in around, you know, and every time I point, I see a camera. Except when we go by the freezer, that's like blocked off, which it was a camera above that freezer. And, okay, we're going to go back to that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. When I go back to the freezer, they had both of the doors open. And I'm like, here go a glow-in-the-dark plastic release button, big white glow-in-the-dark. I said, so is this a release button? He said, the detective.
So that means she wasn't supposed to made it out that freezer if it was a glow in the dark button. So how she made it out that freezer? Do they hit different now? When they come to 1 something in the morning? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Do they hit different? How long I been live? Just by showing you this interview. Do this hit different when she like, man, she wasn't supposed to make it outside that freezer, so you gonna have to explain to me how she made it outside that freezer into the parking lot, and you got my family members out there, and goddamn it, you can't show that parking lot footage. If you try to show that parking lot footage, living on finna hit you with the 5 video. Do they hit different now? Look.
Please forgive me. When I go back to the freezer, they had both of the doors open, and I'm like, here go a glow-in-the-dark plastic release button, big white glow-in-the-dark. I said, so is this a release button? He said, the detective said, yes. And the sergeant standing back there with us as well. As I said, we were being watched as if we're the criminal, you know, or we did this to my daughter, as if we was going to get arrested. So he stated, I asked him with the other freezer, you know, the second door. I said, is this a release button? Big white button. Maybe, as they say, you couldn't see, but it was lightning in the freezer. And only thing we saw on the floor was a big piece of ice made in a triangle. You know, like, you know, and I'm like, okay. I said, so I that's when I stated, I work in the cafeteria. I've been working there for 7 years. I say, there shouldn't have been no way that she shouldn't have been able to get out these doors.
This lady said it's no way that she shouldn't have been able to make it out these doors.
I thought you shouldn't have been no way that she shouldn't have been able to get out these doors. There shouldn't have been no way that she shouldn't have been able to get out these doors.
So that means when they were trying to get in the freezer, she made her way out that motherfucker, didn't it?
And Miss Teresa knew that, god damn it, she made it out that freezer, and that's when all hell broke loose. Do that make sense? Thumb me up. Ain't no more conspiracy theories. Ain't no more, what happened to Kenneka Jenkins? Ain't no more. The mama just said, ain't no way she supposed to make it out the freezer, though. Ain't no way she supposed to make it out. That means Kenneka made it out. So if you ask where the black eyes came from, Kenneka was kicking ass. I'm gonna put it out there like that then. Since everybody in the beginning be like, how did they get black eyes and stuff like this? I say Mr. Reese was putting up a fight with Kenneka and goddamn it, Irene. Yeah? Why not? Why the fuck not? Think like that, and we trying to figure out who gave you a black eye, Mr. Reese. Cause when it come to King Rod, you had a handle and all this old shit, but maybe there was a discretion be like, yeah, this when Kenneka was putting them hands on your ass. Mm-hmm. Bye, y'all. Man, Trey ain't finna get on up out of here, and I'm gonna go live tomorrow in the morning time, probably in the afternoon, round about that time, cause we need to pick up where we left off at. I just want everybody to feel what I feel. Man. Bye, y'all, and I'm out.